Hello and welcome back to the Saintly Scots. So, because we are a new character, I thought this would be a good time to define some goals for our series. Some things that I want to complete before the series is over, because I think that's a good time to do it. It's kind of getting to that point where I'm looking for the point where we're going to wrap up the series. We're not quite there yet, but you know, we're getting there. So, here are the ideas I came up with. First of all, obviously, we need to get the last bit of the British Isles, the last isle. That needs to come underneath us. That much is just straightforward. It's de jure ours, we should take it. That much, easy enough. The next thing that I would like to do, and probably our biggest one, is I would like to get all of Europe to not be, well, all of Europe to be Christian. That's the easier way of saying what I was about to say. Now, we're actually almost there, but not quite there. So if I go and have a look at Europe here, we have the region of Europe. Most of it's Christian, right? Most of it's Catholic. But there's a little bit down here, there's a little bit up here. That all needs to be completely Catholic. That seems like a fair goal. And those are my two main goals for the series at this point, right? I haven't thought what else we want to do. I think those are basically what I want to do. Maybe there are some other ones. Is there Christian holy sites? Yeah, maybe we want to get the Christian holy sites, definitely, or the Catholic holy sites. Sorry, probably want to get them. Although, are the Orthodox ones different? Oh, they are slightly different. Yeah, actually, the Orthodox ones are significantly different. We probably want to get the Orthodox ones back as well. But yeah, basically, I think those are our two goals. Well, three goals: British Isles, Europe, holy sites. Seems like a plan right now. We can always expand upon it if anyone comes up with any. Probably not going to complete them within this backlog of videos, so if you have any other ideas for goals, that's there. Also, what I'm probably going to do is once we're like finishing up, I'll probably clean everything up, so I'll probably let France go at that point. Maybe let Gascoigne go down here. Although there is actually a temptation to just let them go straight away, given that they're not actually, like, useful to us right now. But, you know when I'll probably let them go? I'll probably let them go when we need to lower our threat, so we can declare another war. That probably seems like a good idea. Yeah. I'm also going to keep this one for similar reasons. The reason I'm going to keep Galicia while I let Asturias go is because I do actually want some land in Spain, so I have some reasons to declare wars on the... Well, I have casus bellis on the Umayyads. Because if I give... Some people were suggesting I give away this land, I give away this land, and I give away this land. And the issue with that is I then control no land outside the British Isles, which means I can't actually declare war. I mean, obviously I own this land, but let's not talk about that land. Let's assume it doesn't exist. I would also give this away as well, in theory, although I can't really give it away because it's all Wales. It's all sort of messed up over there, right? That's Wales's project. We don't need to worry about that at all, right? But yeah. If I give away too much land, I can't actually declare war, which is one of our main issues. Anyway, right, is that not... Yeah, it's Catholic. Okay, oh, that's owned by the Knights of Santiago. They just happen to have a tiny bit of land right in the middle of the Holy Roman Empire, which is theirs, and theirs alone. Cool. Anyway, let's get back to Alan. Alan, he is pretty much perfect. He's very good. He's not a martial guy, but apart from that, he's pretty good. Ambition, I think probably Groom and Heir seems like a good ambition, although I don't really want the extra fertility from that. See the Realm Prosper is tempting because peace for 5 years seems like it could be good. Actually, you know what we probably want? We probably want to get Make a Friend. That gets us the free diplomacy early on, and I think that works out pretty well. Yeah, Make a Friend. And I think also having that gives you more, like, people come and... It gives you more events that would make people your friends. So we'll do that one. Right, next thing I want to do is I could potentially knock up my stewardship a little bit here, which would then allow me to hold more holdings, which would make people like me more. Although my diplomacy should already be doing that. If I go and have a look at my people's opinion of me. State diplomacy is pretty good. Ah, yes, state diplomacy isn't too high yet because I don't have a wife. If I had a wife, that would be much higher. Okay. There is also things like scholarship and theology get you good traits, so we could potentially go with that. Basically, rulership could get us ambitious, just from me remembering. Scholarship can get you zealous, and it can get you... I think it can get you all sorts of other things. Military tech points as well. Theology can also get you zealous, I think. Anyway. Not that we need zealous, because we don't really need any martial. Carousing, there's a lot of things you can do with carousing. Mostly invite people to carousing. We could get strategy gamer from it, which could potentially knock up our diplomacy even further. So we get 3 from that. Strategy gamer, I think, pushes up your diplomacy by 1. That's the minor trait. And then there's like a major one, which is like it's some kind of gaming one. I forget. There'll be somebody with it somewhere around there. Anyway, I think that gives you 2 diplomacy. So we could end up with like 26 diplomacy or something like that. Especially, and with Make a Friend, we'd be sitting at like 27, which is pretty good. Family, I don't really need the extra fertility from that. War, yeah, again, we're not really martial. Hunting as well, not really martial. Seduction, don't really want the extra fertility from that. Intrigue, I know myself, I'm not going to use it. Unless I have a particular reason to use intrigue, I don't take it. So, it's between a couple of these. Let's take carousing. I haven't taken carousing yet. Right. And with carousing, we'll do that in a second, actually. And we can probably get Make a Friend from that as well. So, I don't want to look at that list. I just want to look at characters. I want to look for anyone who has... Actually, I have a filter for this, don't I? Yes, that's it. Right. And I want to look at diplomacy. And obviously, they have to be my religion group. And I'm looking for high diplomacy because, well, basically, I want our state diplomacy to be insane. Genius, but 55. There's Flora. Can't marry her. Already tried. We're ideally looking for a genetic trait and for them to have high diplomacy. Strong, 26. Yeah. Yeah. She is homosexual, so there is the minus 15% fertility, and we also have minus 15% fertility, so there is a slight negative there. I'm just seeing if there's somebody with a better option. She does also have Charismatic Negotiator, which we have as well, which is plus, that would be plus 5% for each of us. But still, let's see if there's a slightly worse diplomacy, but slightly better option somewhere. Genius, but 44 years old. We're getting down into different territories. There's a homosexual and lustful, but I think she might be a nun. Yeah, I think she's a nun, so that's not really going to work for us. 18 years old. Strong. Okay, okay. That seems like a good choice here. She also has relatively high other stats. She is Norse, but that's okay. Right. I wish to marry her. Yes. Prestige effects and opinion. Perfect. We'll take that. Right. We need to be crowned, and we'll do that in a second. Bethok needs an education. She can have martial education. That's fine. Yes, let's get married. Let's... not married. Coronation. The Pope will crown me. And we'll see how that goes. Right, we have disease right next to us, but we can ignore it probably, because York has a very good hospital, which I should have upgraded at some point. We're looking for the ones that give us disease resistance first. Yeah, we'll grab a chapel, just because we want the extra disease resistance so we don't die. Right. Yeah, and then organize the coronation ceremony. Let's go. We want gold or prestige? I wish to have the gold. The marriage has been accepted. Good. Right. We just need to donate. Yeah, sure. What kind of ceremony are we having? You know what? Let's just have a dignified one. We'll have a reasonable ceremony. We don't want to be too all out there. The Pope didn't like it when we had an extravagant ceremony. Right. So, organizing such a great ceremony has given me a chance to know better some of my vassals. Maintaining healthy relationships with all my subjects is fundamental to ensure the future stability and prosperity of my realm. Bishop Lawrence in particular seems like a man I could really trust. Oh yeah, let's be friends, Lawrence. Unfortunately, Bishop Lawrence did not seem to share my feelings and politely refused my offer of friendship. While he was hardly rude or confrontational, it is unfortunate we could not see eye to eye. Okay. This morning, a curious visitor came to my court. He is a wandering knight who travelled to York after hearing news of my upcoming coronation. He has proclaimed that he wishes to pledge his sword to my service. He is ready and eager to serve an emperor as wise and renowned as I am to his death. Well, definitely you can join us, Hector. Also, Hector, you are definitely going to become a commander as soon as possible. Yes, let's put you into that job. He is amazing. Yep. I kneel before Pope Celestinius III as a host of vassals surrounds us in complete silence. The Pope blesses me before placing the imperial crown upon my head and proclaiming me Emperor of Scotland by grace of God. Right, we've been crowned. People are usurping titles, but we don't need to worry about that. Right, grand tournament time. Just kill off a few unnecessary males here, like of a certain age. Right. Asturias took some more land. Nice. As somebody pointed out, apparently this is like, I think they said this was de jure of Asturias, like up here. And Asturias itself actually controls hardly any of it, which is kind of funny. Right, new commander. New commander is going to be Murray. That's fine. The tournament shall begin. Yep, we're going to have a lot of people who are injured, maimed. That's fine. People are being killed. Alright, alright. That's fine. Mirzra is third. He's an historian. Okay, interesting. We have Matthias. And we have Duke Derry. Okay, oh, it must be based off personal combat. Yeah, that makes sense. I was just confused because his martial was really low, but I think it's personal combat that's based off of. Says we can shut the gates. Do we actually have a disease in our... No, we don't have a disease in York yet, still. So that's fine. Right, next on our list. So, we're married. So if I go and check state diplomacy on these people, you get plus 12. It's not the best, but you know, it's still pretty good. Heir educated with foreign culture. Oh, our heir is our brother, Ole, yes. And he is being educated with the foreign culture, so he does get the negative. Or we do to get the negative with him. Okay, he's got interesting traits. Yeah, he's gone a little bit odd. But that's fine. Right. We have married. We need to marry off our sister. So, our sister, we're going to just marry off using this interface because it's slightly quicker. Same kind of deal. Actually, somebody mentioned that if you marry matrilineally, you can just get traits into your bloodline, the patrilineal traits, which isn't how I thought that would work, but let's have a look. So, let's choose one that isn't us. So, Celeste the Holy, no, that's us. Carl the Hammer, right. I want to look at your bloodline and the living members. We'll just find an unmarried person here. I said I probably should have sorted by age. Yeah, and we'll go down to about the right age. To see if we have... Are you unmarried? Spouse, no. Looks like we would have to go fairly young. Okay, so Carl the Hammer, let's ignore that one. I just want to test whether this works. So if I then go Ledger, next one. Kubrat of Bulgaria. Okay. Bloodline. Sort. Kubrat. Philippe in Italy. He is betrothed. Okay. Betrothed. Spouse. Spouse. Everyone's already married. This one? Betrothed. Okay. I guess if you have a bloodline, you're more likely to get betrothed. Yeah, that's probably a thing. Okay, we have some that are like 12 years old who aren't already betrothed. Everyone who's a little bit older is, though. 12 might be too young. Okay, let's go for the next one. Well, we'll remember that one. So, that's the Tibetan one, so that's probably not going to work. Ragnar Lodbrok, or Lothbrok, or whatever it is, like something like that. That's how you pronounce it. Can I not see his descendants? Oh, it's because I still had that open, maybe? Yeah, there we go. So I choose somebody down here, like Detwin, betrothed. Walther, betrothed. Udovich, betrothed. Simon. We could marry her to Simon, but Simon, that would have to not be matrilineal, so thereby taking away the point. That's another one that we're not going to look at. This one, maybe? So now I'll open up that and have a look. Oh, they're all still Slavic. Oh, okay. I'm actually going to go back to... Was it Carl, I think we had? And there was a 12-year-old there. I actually think it was the other one. It was Kubrat. Yes. Okay, in here, 12 years old. Was this guy, right? Yeah. Range betrothal between him and Flora matrilineally. He says, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. So that's, yeah, it should be 28. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get to find that out, see how that works. So then we'd end up with something like that, in theory. The blood of Attila, which could be interesting. We'll see how that works. Right. Anything else we need to worry about? Don't think so. Let's do that first. Get the marriage going. Right, next thing I want to do is I want to get ourselves carousing. So I want to look for people who are in my realm. Let's load an empty filter. So we're looking for in my realm, high diplomacy, and I'm trying to see if I can find that. That's not sorted by the. That's sorted the opposite way around. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm looking for socializer. Probably not the one I was actually looking for. There is definitely a games one, which I remember, but I have no idea what the trait is called. I'm blanking on it. It's like, it might actually just, it might not be a proper trait. It might be one of these random ones that pops up in the corner, like one of those ones. But we'll see. Nope. I cannot see anyone with it, so I'm assuming it's just one that pops up in the corner, and I have made it up. Maybe it's strategist that you can get from it. I don't know. Anyway, let's just pick somebody and go socialize. Who do I want to be friends with? I don't know. Actually, you know what would be better if I'm not picking anyone like from a particularly good reason. Let's just pick one of the, actually one of my vassals who doesn't like me, and just see what we can do here. King of France, I probably can't. Yeah, can't go carousing with him. Queen of Ireland, I would like to carouse. I cannot carouse with you because you are busy. Yeah. The Duke of Gascon. Yes, Andre, I wish to carouse. Dear liege, of course I will come to feast with you all. Bring my best appetite for revelry. Yours, Andre of Gascoigne. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right, so let's go. That's all looking good. Chapel's been built. We are a little bit threatening. Let's have a look at our defensive pact. Still has them in it. If it didn't have them in it, I would go and attack for and land up the top there, but let's need to chill out a second or two. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. So many laughs and so many intense conversations in such a short time. This brings me closer to my companions. I feel like good friends already. We've become best friends with Duke Andre. Fantastic. So, not only does this mean our vassal loves us, but it means we have succeeded in our mission already. We have made a friend. Okay, now, options. See the realm prosper, build a war chest. Yeah, we only need to get to 1,000 gold. That was the easiest choice I've had to make. Yeah. We'll get it in seconds. Browsing is over for now. The disease is actually going away from our realm, which is nice. I guess we choose... actually, we might do it through doing this. The most powerful person who doesn't really like us. Maybe Scotland? Yeah, he's my kin. Let's go... oh, he's the other side of the Irish War. Galicia? Yeah, sure. Let's... You don't want to carouse? Oh, we're recently caroused. Oh, okay. That's fine. Right. We'll wait for that to finish up then. Your physician, Effie, has been asking permission to travel to the hospital in York to study there for a time. She will need some financing to cover the cost for her journey and for staying at the hospital. Excellent suggestion. Yes. Right. We've hit our 1,000 gold, built our war chest, which also, I think that gives you a stewardship when you finish that ambition, although it doesn't appear to have given us one, so maybe it doesn't. I'm going to see the realm prosper next, so we can get the Lord Revolt risk, and also, we're 5 years at peace, sounds about right for our threat. Next one, Commander. We're going to choose this character. I was thinking about threat a little bit, actually. And for this campaign, threat's not too bad, but I was thinking about it mainly for the other series, the Radical Remove Hands one, and I was thinking, yeah, if I'm going to do one where I do a lot of conquering, I probably want to turn threat off, because it is a lot of sitting around doing nothing for a lot of it. It does encourage you to build up, and that's the thing I like about it. I'd almost prefer if threat was like a scaling slider, that you could choose how much threat you wanted, because it seems like you get an awful lot of threat for taking a single province. But when you're an empire, that seems like a very tiny amount of land that you're taking. I'd actually probably prefer it scaled, like, you know, if you're an empire and you absorb something really tiny, I'd like it if we gave you a really small amount of threat, like that's expected. While if you were like, say, a one province person and you took an entire kingdom, I'd expect your threat to just go like through the roof. That's how I would like to see this used, but it doesn't seem to be working that way. Or at least if it is working that way, it seems to not be tuned right. I don't know. That's just my thought on it. But yeah, we'll see. It does mean that there is an incentive to be at peace though, which is something that the game was missing somehow. But it's a little ham-fisted. But anyway, whatever. Having stayed at the hospital in York, your physician Effie arrived back at court today. The visit was not as productive as she would have wished, but she was still able to learn a thing or two. Nice. Good job, Effie. Did we get an extra stewardship? I just want to have a look at that. No, we just got the 10% tax. I guess that one was just 10% tax, but still, 10% extra tax is quite nice. Have we got anything we can build in York? Not at all. Okay. Castle infrastructure, we'd need another couple points there, or improved keep, same difference. Okay. So, yeah, we're not quite there yet. Ooh, what was that war? Ireland accepted peace offer. Who won that one? Wait, that's a different person. That was the English-Irish War. The war was won by Ireland. Wait, no, it was won by England. Okay, so what did they take? I think they took that province at the end, at the side there. Anyway, so Queen Gerberg of Galicia has declared the Galician Holy War for Asturias on Badshah Razik. Okay, so it's 5,000 versus 12,000. So I want to take over this war. I want to say, hey you, I'm going to join your war. Supporting their claims outside your realm. Ah, okay. So we were able to join the ones in France because they were pressing de jure claims, but we can't join this one because it's a holy war. Okay, in which case, she actually already has 4,000 gold. You know what? There's nothing I can provide. I was going to give her some gold for the war so she could buy mercenaries, but I don't need to do that because if she needs mercenaries, she already has the money herself. So, you know, nothing I can do to help, really, essentially. That's fine. Let's hope that they win. A blessed is past. Okay, and I think I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.